Hello, my name is Laura. I'm going to explain to you a few basic rights that you have in case of an ICE raid at your home or at your place of work or on the street. To start with, I'm not an attorney. This is just basic information about rights that someone has before immigration. So, um, first of all, who is ICE? ICE is Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They work under the Department of Homeland Security for the U.S. government. ICE is basically the police or enforcement branch of immigration. If you a raid, when people talk about immigration raids, they're usually referring to when ICE goes and arrests people, takes them to detention centers, and deports them or puts them in deportation proceedings before U.S. Immigration Court. So if you are at your home and you suspect that ICE is knocking on the door, it's important that you do not automatically open the door. If you suspect that it's ICE, ask them for a search warrant or arrest warrant signed by a judge. If they do not provide you with this information, you do not have to open the door. If they say they have it, ask them to slide it under the door. If you see that the information is incorrect, meaning that it's not signed by a judge, that it's not your name, that it's the name of someone else who doesn't live there or isn't home, you do not have to open the door for ICE. If you see that everything is in order and it is you, you can leave the home or apartment and close the door behind you so as to protect other people who are in your home. If you open the door, immigration is allowed sometimes to, immigration will claim that they are allowed to come in and ask other people questions or arrest them. So by opening the door, you may put others in the apartment at risk and in the home at risk. So please leave and close the door behind you. It's important that you don't have any sort of false documents on your person. No social security numbers that do not belong to you, U.S. passports or other immigration papers that do not act that are falsified or that do not belong to you. That can be something that can be used against you later in immigration proceedings. If you are picked up by immigration, it's important you have the right to remain silent. So please insist that you talk with an immigration attorney before answering any questions that immigration asks of you. Even if you are detained, you have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions asked to you by immigration. If immigration comes to your place of work or they approach you on the street, the same thing. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any of their questions. If they do arrive at your place of work, don't run. It's best to walk away calmly. And if they are asking you questions that you don't want to answer, ask them if you have the right to leave and leave if they say yes. And it's always important if you're in a situation of vulnerability to being deported, or even if you have a green card and some sort of an arrest record, it's important that your family has an emergency plan, especially if you have children. Uh, for example, if you were to be picked up at work, who would go to meet your children after school that day? Or if you were deported, who would be in charge of any property you own here, or would help you settle your bank accounts and transfer you money? So it's important to have all of those things in place just in case a situation ever happens. Also, if you have children who are U.S. citizens, if it's a possibility that they could become dual citizens with your country of origin, you should explore if that's a good option for you. I will say that if you are here as someone who came as a refugee or an asylee, it may be a good idea to speak to an attorney before pursuing dual citizenship for your children. And of course, attorneys are very important in this. If you are someone without immigration status or with a deportation order especially, it's very important to talk to a barred immigration attorney about your situation and your options. In this country, an immigration there is a public record of all immigration attorneys who are barred and any discipline actions against them that you can look into when looking for help. There are also many nonprofits in the area who may charge for a consultation fee, but it's worth the fee to get good advice. And of course, in some countries, there are notaries who are able to perform some legal transactions. in here in this country, a notary does not have the same responsibility. There are people who certify signatures and are not licensed to give legal advice or help with legal documents. So make sure that if you go see an attorney, that you're seeing a barred attorney who's qualified to give you immigration advice. There are many people who can help give you more of this information in this area, many nonprofits with attorneys who can help look at your specific case. Some organizations that work with, that have great information about what to do in case of an ICE raid are CASA in Maryland and also Carecen in DC, and many others, and a lot of this is available online as well. Good luck.